Good evening, everyone. We are going to jump into our next game. So Bara and Tyrell are playing some games today, and the first two went to Baratheon, and this is game 3. It's Saraaa playing for Tyrell Alliance. This is Alliance Lion and Wolf, and against Jovdrai, who is playing also Alliance Qohor and Sun. Okay. With Obela in play. Well, is this just Bara Qohor that finds 12 Sun cards? I mean, you can play the icon stuff. And some knights in play on the other side. Okay. There goes Obela. Saraaa is first player, so stuff will still be marshaled for quite a lot of gold, to be fair. And Frozen Solid on... Oh, it's not on Hollow Hill, sorry, it's on Starry Sept. Okay. Yeah, Hollow Hill in Bara Qohor. Seems like it wouldn't work, right? And some stuff in Shadows, so let's see what comes out on the other side. Going to immediately take Obela back. Now is there Delena to search for her? Exactly right. And she does find Obela. It's some claim soak though. Can't really play the claim reversal, right? That's all loyal, I think. From Bertel, I mean burning and vengeance. Pretty sure it's loyal. Vengeance is for sure burning, most likely. And as long as there's no power to steal, Bela is not the best claim soak, but she is in the sense that she gets shuffled, so she never dies, kind of, right? And condemned to stop potentially power challenges. Think he might do military though. One attachment to trade. So if, let's say, Bela gets killed and Delena does a challenge back, she should win power, and then yeah, you can see what you get with Qohor. I don't know exactly the plan. Okay, so Scheming Septon is just immediately going to do power and trade himself, I guess. Bela defends, which is interesting. So now when she's killed, she's not... Oof, okay. Ouch. That's what that was about. It's gonna happen anyway, right? Because Ramsay wins unopposed. Just need Rick in play. And another copy of Starry Sept is gone. Now what's going to happen with the other challenges here? Guessing Rick is dying. Yeah. And now do you do intrigue? I think you kind of have to. There's one gold. If there's a Boros, you can still just stop Delena. Okay, she's done intrigue, sorry. It's done all three. Oh, okay. Now let's see what Qohor does. Bodyguard. Nothing. Okay.
Evening.
Hello, is that Connor joining us?
Yeah.
Hello.
Ooh, some Bolton stuff. I like.
Yeah, honestly, it's done a tremendous amount of damage immediately. Not sure what recovery options Bara has here.
Hmm.
Well, econ
So
plot.
we're looking for Harrenhal and maybe Red Keep or Guildhall.
Yeah, Old Town, Undercity. I don't know.
That also does a job. Does this deck run King's Landing? Do you know? The 4-cost one?
I can't say.
Because that's a nice combo with Wolf. With Pleasure Barge, Our Blades are Sharp, and the Bolton stuff.
Ooh. Okay.
So Lorch is likely dead unless there's a milk, but I doubt it.
Traitor on a Belloc is going to control the power challenge. And, okay, protection against some more ghoulies coming from the other side. Can also get bodyguards, so... Okay, now we're talking. It's a bit better for Jodra here, but still probably needs some claim soak, right? What's getting milked?
It's Jeff if that's easier.
Jeff, yeah, of course. Jeff Holder, right?
I'm not sure his last name.
TheMeeplesChampion.
Yeah, I just know Jeff.
Okay, Old Town also here. So Milk on Ramsey. Milk's just there to be traded. If Ramsey dies, then
Do we have a Skagos?
less options for Kohor. Skagos. Don't think so. Okay, cards in shadow, so probably Scheming Septon will want to remove himself if he's allowed to do a challenge first. If the first challenge is something that desperately needs the shadow cards, then maybe not. But Late Summer Feast works against Jeff here.
Yeah, because he wants to do that challenge with Cersei to kill Lorch, but also it's giving cards away, and Lorch isn't that important in the grand scheme of things.
Melisandre.
Yeah.
Not
What did I say?
Not Cersei.
So sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, anything coming, or is Scheming Septon just going to defend?
Just block it unopposed. Take a card.
That gets rid of Condemned as well. And then
Goes
two
back to
attachments
hand.
left. Milk probably is now getting traded. Maybe for some kind of bodyguard.
Yep. Oh, traitor. Okay. Maybe another milk on the Septon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, it's Sarah still going to do challenges back. I can't see anything else happening.
Nope. And she's gonna win those two, and she's gonna get an unopposed military. And maybe find Harrenhal. And whatever else she'd like. Maybe an arbor. It doesn't seem like the rushy kind of cohort so far.
Traitor goes back.
Okay, so do we sack the milk on Ramsey for a traitor on Obella? So then it's a military and an intrigue back.
Could put a seized on that Old Town.
And he's got the gold to put on it, so no chamber or anything, so dominance isn't overly important. I think he just puts traitor back on Obella. No, seized, you're right.
Well, 4 cards in hand, 3 in shadows. And a military claim coming the other way.
One of them's probably Mandan, maybe another Reek, and then Bottom Flare, maybe.
Do you trigger spears?
Yeah, probably.
Then Intrigue
'Cause
is also
then,
coming, right? The
yeah,
Leonak is nice to be replayed, potentially.
yeah, and if you lose her, it's not that impactful because there's not really any stand in this deck, I'm guessing. Okay, Salador.
It's probably just one copy in the deck, but he goes back to hand.
So I've got Old Town Under Sea. Is it maybe Late Summer Feast by Sarah next, or I'd just maybe said trading actually. Rather give away gold than cards, because if you play out all the stuff that's in your hand, you just reset, right?
Yeah, could also be March to the Wall, potentially. Grabs
Yeah.
another Old Town.
Okay.
And hits Salador, okay.
So maybe there is Our Blades are sharp to sacrifice the Old Town.
Yeah, although at the moment... Yeah, you can take Rick, right? Can you take Rick? Can you take from the dead pile? I think so.
Yeah. Dead or discard.
Mhm.
So if it's marched, you march Ramsey, and then she can grab back Reek and Ramsey.
Well,
She does
if
have to pay for it though, because she doesn't have Harrenhal.
if it's March, then Jeff needs some protection from just military being done against him.
Late
Ooh,
Summer Feast, okay. We're
barring
setting
the
up.
gates, that's potentially going to stop some stuff.
Maybe one of the cards in Shadows is Guildhall. But she would have just played that, right? Because of the Melisandre, so I'm probably wrong.
Hmm. Well, lots of gold, but needs to play on the board now. Undercity comes out. Could just do with an arbor or something because the icon's not great. Can't live with Gates of the Moon forever.
Hmm.
Imagine if Silicis played on the other side.
Oof. Yeah, it'll be the first thing played, right? Okay, so there's a Night Flower, so there is some stand, but Delena makes that null and void.
Okay, so how are we doing with that traitor and stuff? So traitor is in hand now, right?
Did you not sack it and then shuffle it back
Oh,
into his
it's
deck?
shuffled back in the deck, okay. Yeah. Ooh, Robert. Interesting, interesting.
Condemned. Okay. Do we have an imprisoned?
Sweet slip. It's just going to be put on Robert.
I would maybe have put it on Delena in case of ward in future rounds. Although it doesn't see much play anymore.
Well, there's no claim soak, so I think military is coming from the Knight of Flowers. It could be,
Yep.
in the name of the king, could do intrigue first to intercept that, I guess.
Yeah.
There's still high road, so could be events as well. Although late Summer Feast is tricky. Okay, Obela maybe destined to be killed for... Oh, actually you can't kill Obela, can you?
You should go back into Jeff's deck.
Yeah, but he can trigger it. He can trigger her. Because it's a reaction. He can trigger her from the discard pile and get power of her.
After she's discarded or killed from claim. Ah, okay. Yes.
That's a tricky one. So Robert defends the power, which means military is free.
What we're shuffling?
Milk.
Okay.
Although if you draw it, it's not that great. It's better to be in the deck for cohort purposes, of course.
Yeah. If it becomes the top card of your deck, you're just sad.
Mm. And what's dying? Well, yeah, there was only one realistic option.
Do we have a Guile? It doesn't matter anyway. Not putting power on the Night of Flowers, that's smart.
Not yet, anyway. Yeah, okay.
No.
Past that. And the Intrigue, which also will be left, I think. Then Sandra can just win unopposed, whatever she does. She only kills on Intrigue, but there's no power, so I think she does power at the moment. Ooh.
Yep.
It's due. That's interesting. That could have been used in theory at some point. Now is not a great opportunity though.
We probably have March next round, right?
Yeah, if this is the situation, seems like a plan. Although stuff will now be knelt.
Yeah.
Although not great. If you leave, you have to stand Melisandre, right? So you have to keep the Chads knelt. And that means Knight of Flowers and Ramsay stand. Ramsay's standing anyway.
I'm sure there'd be a cheap card from Shadows next round to stand the Knight of Flowers anyway.
If that Frozen Solid wasn't there, would be trouble already. For Jeff here. For Sarah, I mean. Would be a lot of power. Still is.
But card advantage for Sarah, and Jeff will run out of steam eventually, I think. Like the attachments do stuff, but you can't use them when you've got no characters, right?
That's true.
The Knight of Flowers is destined to become an Iron Throne.
So 8-5 it is. And we play on.
If only we got the new Roos in the latest pack.
March into coppers.
What do we march? Abella?
Yes. Or maybe Scheming Septon to get rid of the milk.
Yep, it's not a bad idea. We've made Jeff first. Is that in case of any kneel, or just so we can play reactively?
Yeah, I think probably stuff coming that's going to be annoying.
Yeah. Not a lot going to be marshaled. There's going to be, what, 6 gold for Jeff? Yeah. Okay.
Unkillable stealth guy. Not too bad. Another chod though. Nothing else coming in, so can win challenges, but then
There might be a Robert Strong or something.
yeah.
I know he doesn't die, but he's no longer in the challenge, right?
Look at the gold. There's only 6, unless there's a bounty.
There's 7, no?
7, yes. Traitors everywhere.
Well, it's going to be 2 unopposed. Because Night Flowers isn't going to have any icons and Ramsey's going to get stealthed.
Well, better be Boros in shadows now.
What does he grab?
Whatever he can. Nothing else, so 3 gold capped. And there go the icons.
Could be a Mandan more. It doesn't do a lot, but at least he can oppose the challenges.
Bounty into Sir Robert Strong.
There can't be a bounty. Arbo was played.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
Yep. Yeah, that milk on a septum seems to have had a big impact, I think. And the barring last round.
Is the Knight of Flowers getting killed here? 2 attachments that are tradable. Now it's
No.
Avela. Okay, so what can she do exactly? Well, apart from the
Just
winning opponent's faction card to round, so nothing.
No. She just lives. Although she's likely only a 1x.
Disputed claim on a character that already had renown. Gets plus strength, for what it's worth.
Yeah, maybe fearing... Maybe he's just going to stop here. And defend.
Probably doesn't like the prospect of a second march, but hasn't played any bodyguards, so I wonder why. And are they not in the deck? Maybe it's not so high on lords and ladies, but we saw Robert and Melisandre and Delena.
Yeah, what's going back in? Traitor? Milk. Okay. I don't know what you milked though.
There comes
Here
Boros.
he is. Ooh. Bye.
Ouch.
Nice.
Well, now he better get the bodyguard.
That is a nice play.
Could have also tried to do that afterwards. I mean, there's probably only 1 hound, so can't guarantee that it would have happened, but she did it afterwards and bodyguard wasn't there. Can stop it altogether.
Nice. And then do we have a clever feint or something?
I don't think you can play Clever Feint with Old Town, right? They're both restricted properly, I think.
Are they? Is Old Town restricted?
I think so. So she stops power, but Robert's ability... Well, never mind Robert's ability. How is he surviving?
Yeah.
The high road for In the Name of Your King. Somehow I doubt it. Even if that happens though, it's challenges coming back. Okay, that's how he's surviving.
It's okay though. It has to have the gold to play him again, and I don't know if they've got any other econ plots. Normally it's just the one. Nice. Don't need the clever feint. You've got the guile.
Mm-hmm. This is a good game.
Yeah. And then do we Boros into a power icon when he goes back to Shadows? I think we should.
Hi Floydus, nice to see you. I don't know I mean, what's the realistic chances of Morgulis being played? They don't want Boros in play when that happens, right?
True.
But is it worth just doing power? Bara's tying dominance at the moment. And what's going...
Burning Bright instead, that's better.
Okay. Yeah, I was over reserve as well, so... what's staying in play here? Not much, right?
Everything except the Hound and the Hedge Knight.
Okay. And now there's Econ, that's the problem. Now there's Econ for all the tricks. Better have a second barring, I think. Because Sara is now ahead and has all kinds of crap, surely. Yeah, Robert coming back is just a tempo hit at this point, unless you play an Econ plot.
Yeah.
And if you're forced to go first and don't equip the other guys with a bunch of negative attachments either. And Oldtown is back, by the way, so that's back in marshalling.
If there's another Burning Bright and Davos enters the board, he's going back to hand again.
Is that when he enters play? Interesting. But he's not a knight.
Davos is?
The Hound is not.
No, that. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. He can't come back in with that.
Okay, he's going to choose Close Call first to keep Knight of Flowers and Ramsay dead. But it is now pretty desperate here.
It's okay.
6 gold and no claim turn, so... And going first without being able to play the negative attachments. Went first just to manipulate the close call situation. I don't know if that was worth it. I think it kind of survive better if you can put... But it all comes through shadows anyway, so... I think he's kind of screwed, honestly, now.
Yep. Because if he marshals Chuds, there's likely a Flayer around somewhere.
Ah, that should help. Maybe that's why he was going first. Whatever he takes, Boros is coming from shadows, so...
Yep. And there's still going to be too many military icons to keep it up. Keep whatever's on the board around. Guile, okay.
There is 11 gold for Sara.
Plenty.
How many power icons did Jeff mint here? How many power challenges? I think must have won about 4. It would have been on 11, maybe 13 before he had to put Robert back. Okay, so she's not that interested in the shadowy stuff, just okay. Skimming Septon will get 1 gold for Red Keep if needed, which it isn't, and 1 gold for
one for Boros.
Boros. and then Old Town will trigger for sure, and you also get the Undercity triggers.
Yeah.
And when Boros comes in, they won't kneel. Well, they still need to maybe kneel to defend, so maybe Scheming Septon is just the first thing that happens.
But there's no claim, and you don't need to worry about the game ending.
No claim and no attachments. That's the more important thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jeff's
Okay,
not,
so he's
not
put
going
Robert
to.
on the top of the deck there, so he doesn't get discarded.
That's quite likely. Yeah.
Bring something in with pillage.
So power first.
Yep.
That's going to be defended by the smuggler, I suspect.
Yeah.
And then you don't even need to Boros because they can just attack individually with kneeling. For this round, it's not that urgent, honestly.
And then you still win dominance with the Septon's gold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
What a surprise.
that's turned around this game quite spectacularly.
Maybe grab something with renown and just win.
Is there anything though? Because everything we've seen are either knights or
Nope.
really obnoxious stuff. And
Yeah, true.
Undercity sword stuff in the meantime. Red Priest is dying, and then there's another unopposed. And just a card, so yeah.
Put to the torch. Why are we going all in?
Because with Cycle. Because there was another guy, of course there was. So I played, didn't want to spoil it live. I played a couple of games against this deck. I just Sarah asked me to test, and I can tell you what the next plot is going to be. It's going to be tourney for the king with those two non-dealers. So even if it was something like 8 power, they would just win from the renown. Unless there's some kind of your king
First
commands
snow.
it or something. Yeah, first snow. First snow into a Boros deck is a disaster. Gets one more Old Town if she wants it, guaranteed, but it's only 14, so I think she waits for the next Septon. Or, well, Undercity knows what it is, surely, so you may as well.
Waiting till taxation, probably.
Yeah, of course. I hope you didn't mess up Undercity. Which is quite easy to do because it's not very intuitive. I think it asks you in a weird order.
It's like Bower and the Maiden Fair. If kind of weird. Oh wow.
Well, Jeff goes first. Well, I thought go second place Elise is kind of a hope, but not into Boros actually. So
Yeah. You only need one power. If all you need to do is find an icon that you're weak on.
it's not a Silisi deck anyway. If anything,
No.
it's one of the other Silisis. If you can win a power challenge to start with, ooh, there goes Frozen Solid. You can win a power challenge to start with, get a bit of a swing,
So that takes away the power icon. Okay.
but needs to get around the Robert Strongs and Ramses and House Laurent Knights. House Laurent Knight coming in just discards him, by the way.
Boros into a hound.
Well, that's a character that you have to stealth first of all, and then if there's another Tyrell power icon.
Yep. Right there.
Can't be done. Yeah. was pretty disgusting. But actually,
It
looks.
was. There wasn't enough Boltons. It was all bloody knights.
Yeah, I didn't want to say, but yeah, not there wouldn't be any Harrenhal and stuff like that in this one.
Is that bullshit?
It looks disgusting now, of course, when the aggro has already gone through. But actually, it was quite interesting until Jeff ran out of cards there. He was holding on. Didn't need that much, honestly. Just no bodyguards in the deck, or I don't know. I mean, you have to have a Martell package as well, so that takes some away. And we see there's a lot of non-lords and ladies, so maybe wasn't the priority. Oh, they just win without Garland. Hound, yeah, Hound was a good play. That was search top 10, right? Of a deck that was more than 40 at the time, so. Robert would have stayed in play, and then things are a bit more tricky, although given how it's turned around and Green Apple Knights coming in, I reckon we'll still have had a good chance there, even it into Robert. And I think the last plot is Morgulis, by the way. Not sure about that, but I would strongly suspect it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So we now, let's see if Sarah joins us for a chat or something, but we'll also wait for confirmation about the next Martell game in this one, because we have one in, I don't have my watch on me, just a second.
An hour and a half.
Yes, an hour and a half, just short of that. And Buki and Tassos said that they would either play before or after. So if they play before, we shall of course stream that, and if they play after, we shall also stream that. The difference is, of course, whether we end the stream here or not. Storm's End. Imagine Storm's End into all this military stuff that happened. With everything had traitor and condemned. Okay, Red Keep is now here, but that took a while, right? And the early econ for Sarah wasn't that great. She took a tempo hit in the middle to play the Arbor.
Yeah, but it gives you tempo in the late game, which is what this deck's looking to do, obviously, to close with Tony after you've done a bit of aggro.
I will just ask if there's any news on our game. Who am I supposed to ask? Booking, right?
Bookman?
Yeah, okay. Too many players. See if there's a reply. In the meantime, we shall of course check some scores. We have, let's update this. So in the Bara Tyrell, 2 games unreported. It's now 2-1 in favor of Baratheon. And honestly, well, there's in the Bara team there's no bad players, right? There are rusty players that haven't played that much, but they're no bad players. So you can't expect to turn any kind of deficit around. Although Jim Hansen and Gabriel Runner are the 2 guys that play online events and stuff. The others kind of returning players. The others that are still to play, but very strong when they were more active. So I think they expect to close this one potentially. Greyjoy against Lannister. They have that deciding game coming tomorrow. It's Marek playing to save the draw against Martin Duffy. And we are 2-0 up. We have 2 more games coming up tonight. So if we are 4-0 up, I will be delighted. But 3-1 would be an amazing start as well, right? Given that we are 2-0 up, we would take 3-1 at this point and be closer to victory. And then Stark is 2-1 up against Night's Watch, and some really star players that are still to come for both. We have, well, you can see them on the screen. I mean, all of these players superb, and for Night's Watch as well. They have
Don't know
some
about
other
that Magnus
stars.
guy.
Yeah, he's playing Argento. I mean, Argento has lost the first two, so should beat him, right? Argento lost the controversial one in round one, where a lot of people felt there should have been another round. Would he have won with another round? He was behind with card advantage for Martel, but if he could defend the wall and win the power challenge, he had a chance, so we'll never know. And then second round was very close, and I think there was a Morgulis played against him, and didn't really draw well. He played builders. Looked like he was doing okay until suddenly ran out of resources. So he lost the first two, but that's not going to continue for much longer, I don't think. Zini knows him well though, so he's might get countered again. Okay, looks like our game is coming up later, not soonish. Hello, Sarah. Any
Hello, are you?
thoughts about the game? We are still live, yes.
Oh yeah, I got 2 mulligans without locations, so I was a bit scared at the beginning, but yeah.
I got excited when I seen the agenda, and then I got disappointed halfway through.
Not enough Boltons for Connor's liking. He was expecting Harrenhal, and
No, this is
our blades are sharp.
basically yeah, I basically play like a Lion deck, but extended with some Bolton stuff. Some Bolton stuff's nice. Adds a little spice.
Yeah, I was expecting King's Landing and Our Blades are Sharp with Pleasure Barge and stuff like that, and then it just didn't appear.
Sorry. Why would I do that when I can have Old Town and Skimming Sefton? Although I
Because
managed
you've got to play Ramsey like 12 times in a game, it's great.
Yeah.
No, but
So
you did
you're
well. It was a
stopping
good
the
game.
stream or starting the game now?
We are actually still have to wait for a few minutes. So Buki said that they're going to play just very quickly after they agree, and he said that if they agree in the next 10 minutes, if Tassos has time, then they will play now. Otherwise, they play after Niki's game. But I think there's well, we can check the calendar. Was there a? I think there actually isn't another game. Yeah, there isn't one.
I mean, in 2 hours, I think, is Sonia's game, if that's relevant to you too.
Yeah, we'll be streaming Martel though. Sorry, you can record Sonia's game.
No, I mean, if there's no Martel game, of course, you can stream your games.
Let me just double check that nothing is happening at the moment. Marek is practicing.
Yeah, big pressure on him.
Yeah, okay, so nothing at the moment. So we'll wait a few minutes. I'll stay live, probably have some food or something. Stay live, and then if it's confirmed that Book is not playing, then we can stream actually the recording of my earlier game against Alex, because I have to record commentary. May as well do it now, and you can watch that live if you like.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, then I will leave this be, and we'll be back in 10 minutes or so to let you know what's happening.